Hello and welcome to another
Hello,
episode
everyone.
of Forex Focus, where we talk all about mastering the art of trading with a strong mindset.
Yes, that's right. Today we are doing our episode number 30. And today we are going to talk about the importance that lifestyle choices and lifestyle everyday experiences have in a trading journey.
Oh, yeah, this is a very interesting topic for us to kind of dive into because I'm not so sure that this is something that as traders we really think about. How our day-to-day habits in just our regular personal life, lifestyle changes, different things like that, how those things can kind of trickle into our careers or as traders, how that can impact our trading decisions and things like that. So I just thought this would be an interesting conversation or discussion for us to have, and kind of, take some time to think about our own experiences with, maybe personal lifestyle habits that we might have and or lack of certain habits and routines, and how it might hurt us or how might some of those things help us.
Yes.
And I'm curious to hear what you guys think about that too as we kind of dive into the discussion. Like, I want to hear what you guys do in your day to day that you have found helpful to help you focus better or be better as a trader overall. um Maybe you guys can teach me something today, because I'm all about learning. I'm always a student. Hey, Sean.
Hello to
Okay,
everyone that is joining.
thanks,
Yes.
Sean. Yeah, Sean, I can try to take a look at that, later today. Sometimes I'm not always active on Discord because, of course, I'm taking care of other things, like, for example, running a podcast. But if support doesn't get back to you on that, I'll try to take a look at that and see how I might be able to help you out. Um, but yeah, who else is with us today? Before we dive into today's topic, let us know what your
Yes.
name is, who you are, where you are from in the world. If you guys don't know me, my name is Rhea, and I am from Chicago, USA. Andrea, where are you tuning in from?
My name is Andrea, and right now I am tuning in from Mexico,
Mexico, Monterrey. You know,
Monterrey, Mexico.
usually Andy is tuning in from Milan, Italy, and we're
Mhm.
both like 7, 8 hours apart from each other. But right now we're both on the same time zone, so
In
it's
the
kind of
same time.
exciting.
Yeah, we're in the same time zone, just in different countries and cities.
Different countries.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, yes, so please let us know who's with us today. Say hi, don't be shy. We don't bite. We
And
don't
also,
bite.
Barry is not with us today, but we are going to try to make the podcast as best as always. So, yeah,
No.
he couldn't join us, but you have the both of us, the two of us.
Speaking of Barry not being present with us, Andrea, do you have any news yet for our community? Or you want to hold off on any news you might want to share with our community?
Should I say it like right now?
It's up to you if you feel like, if you
Maybe,
want.
maybe in the next episode, I will.
Maybe. Okay, maybe in the next episode. Okay, we'll wait.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right, guys. Well, since you guys are being shy and not saying hello, we'll go ahead and we'll dive into today's topic. There's, as always, Andrea usually has a few questions or a few, different thoughts. Um,
Yeah.
hey, Vivek.
Like questions
Yesterday I
to
was
start a conversation. Yeah.
It's good to see you too,
Hello.
friend. I know yesterday I was hiding behind the camera, but I'm here today. I'm here today, so you can see me. Um, all right, so we're gonna dive in. We've got a few specific points we kind of want to talk about and kind of go over. So, Andrea, I'll let you dive in with that, and
Yes, of course.
let's have a talk. Let's have a talk.
Let's ask some questions for you to share your opinion with all the community and all the people that is watching this. So I wanted to ask you, what do you think lifestyle choices have such a significant impact on a trader's performance?
Uh, yeah. Hi, Kenneth. How lovely of you to join us today. Sorry, I have to say hello to our repeat offenders. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. Okay, let's talk about lifestyle choices. When I think about lifestyle choices, I think about just everyday things, right? Like, are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating properly? Are you, I don't know, physically active? It's kind of funny because when I was trying to think about this topic and you know, I remembered a time when I was a kid, and when we were kids, we have to take. Well, I don't know what it's like in your country, but in my country, in most states in America, we have as kids, we have to take these statewide standardized tests. I don't know if you've ever had to do anything like that in Mexico, Andy. Um, but it's kind of like a requirement where they test your reading and they test your math
Yeah,
and they test your your writing skills, right?
yes, we also
And they
have that.
always yeah, they always test you um as you move up and get older and you go up into different grades.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, thanks, friend. That is not the first time I've heard that. So maybe podcasting is my thing. Maybe that's what I need to do for the rest of my life. Uh, but I've I remember the teachers always telling us, Andrea, and maybe you might know where I'm going with this, is they would always tell us the same thing. Make sure we get enough sleep and we get a good breakfast in the morning. Now for me as a trader, I'm in the United States. So of course the bells ring and the market opens for me between 7 a.m. Chicago time and 8:30 a.m. Chicago time, which is about 8 o'clock and 9:30 in the morning, New York time. And so that's when the markets are kind of really moving here in this part of the world. And I've never really realized, when I think about some habits, I never really thought so much about my morning routine as a trader. For me personally, and for a long time, I never put too much effort into it because for me, it's always, oh, I'm gonna get up and I'm just gonna dive right into the charts. And sometimes, I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but I've gotten up right out of sleep and opened up my computer and I've just started trading. Like I didn't even give myself like 5 minutes. I don't even think I brushed my teeth. I don't know. Have you guys ever done that before? Has anybody ever just woke up out of your sleep and said, "Ooh, let me trade?" Because I've done that and I'm guilty of doing that. But one of the things that I've found in having poor habits like that and not giving myself adequate time to wake up, to eat something, to, I don't know, take a walk, um, or really sit and think, or really sit and look at what's really happening in the market and just kind of relax without feeling the need to dive in. Um, I find that I make more mistakes. I find that, or I make mistakes by either missing something that I should have seen if I was all the way awake, which, which I wasn't. A lot of the times I wouldn't be all the way awake. This especially happens when, if you're in the United States and you're trying to trade the London session. So Andrea, the London session for Americans, that's in the middle of the night for us. So that's usually 2, 3 o'clock in the morning for us. And that's usually maybe 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, UK. So even in moments like that, waking up and not giving yourself a routine before diving into the charts. Um, every time I did that, I made a ton of mistakes in my trading. Um, and so I guess one of the things that we really want to talk about is how making sure we get enough sleep is important. And how making sure that we have a healthy routine is important. I think Andy, one of the things you wanted to mention today, uh,
Yes, that sleep is really important.
yeah, I think one of the things you wanted to talk about too is like physical activity.
Yes.
So I've actually have talked to traders, and maybe you guys can comment on this and let us know. But I've talked to traders who said that something as simple as going to the gym and working out helped them to become a better trader. And that makes a lot of sense, right? Because when you think about it, there's a lot of stress. Okay, we're back. Guys, can you guys hear and see us okay? Andrea, can you see me? Okay. Sorry.
Again.
There's a lot of stress that a lot of us deal with, mental and emotional stress that we deal with, and obviously physical exercise. Our internet is messing up today, guys. I don't know what's happening.
I don't
Can
know.
you can you hear me okay, Andy?
Yes, you were saying.
I don't even know what I was saying.
You
All
were
right.
saying that physical activity is really, it can make a change. For example, going to the gym and also sleeping well. It can make the
That
difference for a trader and in their routine.
that's what I that is what I personally have experienced in my journey. But I don't know. And I've also, like I said, I talked to a lot of different traders, a lot of male traders who really appreciate physical activity as well to reduce stress. I think one of the key benefits besides reducing stress is just taking your focus off what's going on in the charts, and being present in that moment and not thinking about all the things that are going wrong or that could go wrong. So I think that's one of the key benefits. This is a good one. Thank you. You're probably right. You're probably right. All right, Andrea, back to you.
And I think, I don't know, like, have you implemented any lifestyle changes in, like, like that made a significant change in your trading results? I know that you mentioned,
So,
like the importance of sleeping well and going to the gym, but I wanted to know, like, from your personal experience.
so I gotta be honest. I'm in the process of working on this. I'm in the process of changing my daily habit and routine when it comes to my trading. And part of the reason being is because I've always been a swing trader. So, as a swing trader, I don't really need eh, it's a little bit different because I enter my trades based upon where my alert tells me price is, right? So, for example, I might set an alert. Um, and usually my routine was always just kind of at the end of the day when the market opened at night, or like the new, not that it opened, but that it was a new day, like the new daily candle would start. So the old traders know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So for me as a swing trader, I didn't really feel the need to have such a daily routine because I wasn't day trading. Does that make sense, Andy? But when you're day trading, especially for me, right, I've been trying to get better in the futures market and kind of transition out of Forex, right? Um, that requires me to be a day trader. And I got to tell y'all, day trading is a process for me. I don't know how you guys do it, but for me, it's a process. I'm not a morning person. Um, I don't like being a morning person.
Me
And
neither.
and I also don't like being in the markets every single day. So these are challenges for me to overcome right now. Um, So I am in the process of giving myself time in the morning because that's something that I haven't been doing. I haven't been giving myself time. And when I say give myself time, I mean give myself at least 30 minutes before I get into the markets. Give myself at least an hour before I get into the market. What can I do an hour before I get into the market that could help me to focus better on my trading? You know, could it be going to the gym, and getting a good workout in? Could it be just going for a little walk outside? Could it be yoga? Could it be meditation? Could it be reading a book on mindset? Affirmations, whatever works. What can I be doing to give myself some time to mentally prepare before diving into the Shark Tank? That is that is the financial markets. That's how I see it, y'all. It's like
Yeah.
you know, and when you're a retail trader, that's what it feels like. You're like this little guy that's competing with major financial institutions, banks, hedge funds, whatever the case may be. There's only so much that we move the market in comparison to the big boys, right? So it really is like jumping into a Shark Tank. So it's like, what am I doing to really prepare myself for that? Um, and I'm working on my routine, guys. I am. I'm
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 proud of
I'm,
you. I'm proud of
I'm
you.
it's it's a process, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys got to tell me, what's your process? Let us know in the comments so we can talk to you guys about your process because I'm curious to know.
Yes, please let us know. And I think, like you said, it's not something that happens overnight. It's something that you have to work on every single day. And I don't know, like maybe some small changes can make the difference.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe.
I think the first key is identifying first. So being able to identify that you should make a change, right? I think that's the first step in anything. It's kind of like, like in therapy, they tell you, or in AA meetings, they tell you, first step is admitting you have a problem. then
Yeah,
when you then when you admit you have a problem, then you can fix the problem. So it's
exactly.
it's kind of the same thing in trading. It's being able to evaluate where you are presently as a trader and really be honest with yourself and ask yourself, is there room for improvement in some area that can help make me a better trader? Not just in your trading approach or your strategy, but understanding that if you're running on 3 hours of sleep, that might impact your judgment when you get in the charts,
Of
right? If
course.
you're running on an empty stomach and your stomach is growling and you have a headache because you haven't eaten, or you're dehydrated because you haven't had enough water, that might impact your judgment. you know
Definitely.
um
Yeah.
I don't think we realize how just something as simple as taking care of your physical body and yourself can really impact so many things. So yeah.
Yes. And okay, like now that you said like those small things that you can say, what would be one of them, like the first small habit that could have like an impactful, like change in a trader's life to optimize their performance? Just
Yeah.
one, just one or two.
Yeah. One second. It's not that I'm lazy. I don't think that I'm lazy, Vivek. Sorry, Andy. I have to answer this comment. It's just I've gotten so used to trading a certain way that it is an adjustment for me to change my trading approach, you know, because swing trading has always worked for me. And I've always, based on my time zone and where I am in the world, starting in the evening was always the best thing for me. So trying to adjust to being in the markets in the morning is a challenging thing for me, especially if I'm going to be doing it day to day. especially if I have to get up earlier, like really, really early, depending on what I'm going to trade, like London session or something like that. So it's just challenging figuring out my sleep schedule, my sleep patterns, and then giving my body time to adjust. Um, so that's where I really think it boils down to. I feel you on that, Kenneth. All right, let me answer Andrea's question. Okay. So, what was it? What is one small impactful habit that traders can start today to optimize their performance?
Yes.
Uh, oh, I would say, I mean, we're kind of talking about routines. So maybe time blocking? I don't know. Like maybe, yeah,
That can help.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think time blocking could be helpful. Um, as far as helping to kind of start working towards building a routine, I think it helps
Mm-hmm.
as traders for us to become creatures of habit. For a lot of us, we have certain habits that are just subconscious. So I don't know if you guys know the difference between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Um, but the subconscious mind are just like it's where we have habits that are deeply embedded in us that we don't even think about. We just, you know, it's we just do the same thing all the time and we don't have to forcibly, like for example, driving a car. This is an example I can give you guys. For most of us who drive a car, subconsciously, our body just gets in the car and just does what it does. Or maybe you drive the same route to work every single day and you're sometimes have you guys ever been driving a car and it's like you space out while you're driving? It's almost like it's like you're paying attention, but you're not paying attention. But your body is just automatically driving the car anyway. It's like you're on autopilot. I don't know. Has anybody ever experienced that? Andrea, have you ever experienced that by chance?
I might. Yeah.
It's like you're so used to doing the same thing every day at the same time, that it's like you're doing it on autopilot. You don't even
Yes,
have
yes,
to
yes.
you
Yes, of
don't
course.
even you don't even have to think about it. Like there have been
Yeah.
times where yeah, Vivex, like, yeah, there are times where I'm driving my car on the freeway.
And like unconsciously, where you need to go, and
I don't
like I
even
need to turn right on this street or like whatever, and you just do it.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
even know half the time when I'm driving, I don't even know what's going on in the world. I'm just and sometimes when I'm driving, I end up somewhere and I'm like, "Wait a minute. This is not my exit. Like, why am I here?" And that is your subconscious mind. That is the subconscious part of you that is making decisions based off habits that are deeply embedded in your body that your body remembers. And things happen without you even having to really think about it. Um and so with that, it's like this is kind of like where growing as a trader comes into play, right? Because for a lot of us, we have to actively think about doing things until they become a subconscious habit. Until we have that routine that we just get up and we do, and we don't even have to think about it. And for some of us, that can take time. Um, uh, that could take some time for us to get to that point. Breaking habits that we have, like for example, me, right? I've been a swing trader for a very long time. So breaking the habit of trading one way and now training myself to trade a new way, um,
It
yeah,
might. It takes time.
It
right?
will
Like,
take time. It
mhm,
will it will
definitely.
take time because I'm already subconsciously operating in a different way.
Yeah.
So now it's like I have to rewire my brain. It's like recoding a computer system, you know,
Yes. Yes.
kind
Or
of.
like, yeah, or like learning a new skill, basically. Like, even if you have like previous knowledge of how to do something, if you want to, like have a new skill that requires new like knowledge or like new information, you might
Yeah.
have some trouble, like, mm, I don't know, like making it from scratch, if that makes sense, because you
Yeah.
already have experience. And I can imagine how it can be in trading if you, like you said, like you've been a swing trader for many years. But if you discover a new way of trading that might be better for you, it can take time in order for you to have that new style. But it doesn't mean that it's impossible.
So then you'll have to help me understand. Is it Kian? Maybe you can write it out for me so that I can like phonetically pronounce your name correctly. So is it Kian or is it cayenne, like cayenne pepper? So
I think
he
it's
said, yeah,
Kian. Kian.
Kian, Kian. Hi, Kian. I hope that's better. He's like, oh yeah, yeah. All right. So yeah, so I think something as simple as just a schedule and first one, I got you, Kian. Something as simple as a schedule and time blocking could be a good start. You're most welcome, Kian. Thank you so much for providing the correction so that I can
Mhm.
address you properly.
Yeah.
I I appreciate that.
Thanks for letting us know.
All
Yeah.
right.
And I would just have like one last question for this
Mm.
topic. What would be like an advice you would give to anyone that is looking to improve their performance through lifestyle?
I think
What would be?
the only advice I could have is never underestimate the power of routine. Never underestimate the power of giving yourself a routine and honoring that routine, sticking to that routine with consistency, having the discipline, you know, never underestimate the power of, and not just any routine, but never underestimate the power of a holistic routine. So when I say a holistic routine, I mean not just the routine that you have in your trading process, but I mean the routine that you have from the moment that you wake up to the moment you sit down to trade. Um, and this might take trial and error for you to determine what is an ideal routine for you or holistic routine for you, right? Um, this is going to depend on you and your personality and what your needs are and what helps you to feel empowered as you prepare to trade. You know, what empowers you? What helps you to feel fulfilled and ready to trade confidently, you know? Um like I said, is it having a healthy breakfast before you trade or a healthy dinner before you trade if you're trading in the evening? Does it help you to do a 5-minute meditation before you trade? Does it help you to take your dog out for a walk for 10, 15 minutes and get some fresh air before you trade? So it's having never underestimate the power that lies in having a total holistic routine for yourself outside of just your trading process and your trading routine, but just your whole process for your overall well-being, um and how that can impact your trading as a whole. So that's what I would say is just don't underestimate that. Take pride in your total routine, you know for the, at least I would say at least an hour before you go trade. So, do you have time in that hour before you trade to create a process for yourself that prepares you for when you sit down in front of your computer and you start taking trades? Um, Kian has said, uh,
I love
I'll
that
share it.
comment. Thank you.
I like to live according to my own terms. I don't like to be too restricted. So I don't think too much. I just focus on my work. And I think that's great. Whatever works for you, Kian, as long as you understand that that works for you and that helps you to be, prepared for whenever you're going to trade. Um, I think one of the reasons why we thought it might be good to have this discussion is just because sometimes I think some of us, and I'm not saying all of us, but I think some of us as traders, when we trade, we focus so much on our trading process and our trading routine that we forget about our personal process, our personal routine for our own physical well being or our own mental and emotional well being. Because there's a lot of things in our lives that we are all dealing with. Trading just adds added stress on top of the stress we might have, right? Some people might feel the pressures of trading even more just because they feel the pressure of providing for their family because maybe trading is the only thing they do for income. Okay. And so they feel the pressure of making money in trading so that they can pay their bills or so that they can feed their family. And there's a lot of emotional stress that is tied to your personal life, but also succeeding in trading. So it's what can we do as traders, right? To ensure that we can be like we can take care of our total well-being for ourselves so that we can be our best self when we do decide to trade.
Yes, definitely.
um Lands, is it Lands or is it Lans? If I say your name wrong, please forgive me, okay?
But thank you so much for your comments.
Yeah, thanks so much for sharing this. I like to have a routine before the market opens because it sets me in the right mindset to focus and do what I need. Um, Absolutely. Um, that is a really thank you so much for chiming in. And Lans. Okay. Did I say or Lands? Dang it. I don't know which one I said first. Okay.
I
It's either
think you
Lans,
said Lance.
Lands, the second pronunciation, Lands. It almost sounds
Lance.
like Lance. Um, or Kian will correct me. Kian will definitely he will lay down the law and bring the correction. Thanks, Fred. Um, Hello. Okay. So now y'all are killing me with these names, but I'm gonna do my very best. So is it
Limon.
okay? Is limon or lyman, like
Lime.
Pinky Lyman? um, no, lands. So is it lands? Did I say that correct? I think having a routine is boring only if I have an active trade running, then I have to multitask. Um, Really? You think having a routine is boring? I mean, I guess do you, homie? Do you, Kenneth? But I understand, everybody has their own way of going about things. If it works for you, I guess if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? But for me, yeah, definitely having a routine helps tremendously. Working on prioritizing myself, and preparing my mind, um, getting my mind right, especially I for me, like preparing my mind for possible failure. um, because losing a trade is always going to happen. Um, so it's kind of like just preparing my mind for the possibility. I could lose today. Yup, I could lose today. And you know what? Oh well, tomorrow's a new day. Because for me, I don't like to take more than one trade in a day. That's just me. That's how I stay disciplined. If I lose, I
Yeah,
lose. If I
and
if I
that's
win, I
just
win, you
exactly.
know? May the odds be ever in your favor.
And always remember the thing that you say that the trades are like buses. There's always going to be another
Oh
one.
yeah, trades are like buses. Miss one, another one is coming.
Yeah.
Gucci. I got that from Gucci, by the way. I
Mm.
don't know if anybody knows who Gucci.
I think most of people know.
I don't know if you guys know who that is, but got it from a song. I got it from a song. Oh
Yeah,
man. Speaking of well-being, it's about lunchtime for me. Andrea,
for
because
me
you're in the same
too. For me too.
because you're in the same time zone,
Yep.
that means it's lunchtime for you too. I don't know if your stomach
Mhm.
is growling.
No, not that much. No.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Money is
Money is
always there
always
to
there to
be
be
made.
made. I couldn't
Yeah,
agree more.
exactly. I think you like to do things your way, so be yourself. There's no need for a routine. Just live according to your own terms and chill, right, Rhea?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hey, even if you think you don't have a routine, you do have a routine. Um, thanks, friend.
Thank you, Lance.
Thanks for stopping by. We will enjoy our
Thank
lunch.
you.
We appreciate
Thank
you.
you so much. Have a good day too.
Um, I think even when you think you don't have a routine, you somehow do have one because, like I said, your subconscious mind is always going to be doing the same thing every day,
Exactly.
whether you're thinking about it or not. You
Hmm.
get up and you brush your teeth and you wash your face and you pick. Well, I'm not
Or
gonna
you
say
use
that.
your cell phone, who knows, like you have breakfast,
You have
you do
breakfast. You
something.
know, you take out the trash. You let the dog out. These are just things that these are just things you just do naturally without even having to think about it. So,
Unconsciously. Yeah.
yeah. So even when you think you don't have a routine, you probably do.
Hmm.
Um, but
That's
for
right.
those of us, who want to be more intentional, you know, who want to give intentionality a chance, I think it doesn't hurt to give it a try and see how it can improve your overall mood, like improve your
Mhm.
mood, improve your mindset, and then even improve how you approach your trading as a result. So,
Mhm. Yep.
well, guys, we've been on for a minute. But it's been really awesome talking to all of you today, and we appreciate you coming and hanging out with us and just having a little chit chat.
Yes.
It's always fun. If you got any value from today's topic, show us some love. Give us a big thumbs up on YouTube. Feel free to share with your trading friends. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please be sure to do so. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that when we do go live, you'll be the first to be notified. And other than that,
Remember, guys, to always, always, always stay sharp, keep a winning mindset, and remember that with Forex Focus, your podcast, success is just one trade away. Just one. Just one.
just one trade away. And absolutely, Kian, whatever the routine, make sure that it's suitable to you, right? And your personality and what works
Yeah.
for you, and give yourself some grace, especially if you're trying something new. Uh, Not again. What are you talking about? I promise you I'm leaving. I promise you. I promise. I'm going. I'm just saying, give yourself some grace.
That's it.
All right, we're done. You guys
Thank you
have
so
a good
much for
day,
stopping by, guys. Thank you.
and we'll see you guys next Monday.